Good morning, my dear students. Today we have discussed the topic respiration in the chapter life processes, and we know that in this chapter there are four subtopics. First one is nutrition, second one is respiration, third one is transportation, and the fourth one is excretion. Okay, so today we have discussed about respiration. Respiration is the process of breakdown of simple glucose to release energy. Okay, it is the breakdown of glucose to release energy. And what is the difference between breathing and respiration? Breathing is simply a step in respiration process, and respiration process is a very wide process, and that is being divided into two types. Aerobic respiration is there and anaerobic respiration is there. Aerobic respiration occur in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration occur in the absence of oxygen. Okay, so in respiration there are four steps mainly included. First step is breathing. Second step is exchange between blood and lungs. Third step is exchange between blood and organs. Fourth step is cellular respiration. These are the overall steps included under respiration. So first one is breathing. Breathing is the intake of oxygen and the exhaling or giving out of carbon dioxide process. This is the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide process. Or we can say that inhalation of oxygen and the exhaling of carbon dioxide is termed as breathing. So by breathing, we inhale oxygen and that oxygen reaches our lungs. And here starts the second step, exchange between blood and lungs. From the lungs, the oxygen is exchanged or the oxygen is transferred to the blood, and the blood contains carbon dioxide that is being absorbed into the lungs. So the exchange of gases occur in that case. I will repeat that the inhaled oxygen reaches our lungs, and from the lungs it will diffuses into the blood, and from the blood carbon dioxide enters to the lungs. So the exchange of gases occurs there. And the third step is exchange between blood and organs. From the blood it is being transported to various organs. And we know that organs contain tissues and tissues contain cells. So the oxygen along with the blood is carried into the cells. Okay, and that the blood also contains glucose. So the glucose along with the oxygen is carried into the cells. And the final step occurs cellular respiration. Inside the cell, the cellular respiration occurs. Either it may be aerobic or anaerobic. The first step is glucose is converted to a 3-carbon compound called pyruvate in the cytoplasm of the cell. This is the basic step occur in all organisms. The 6-carbon compound glucose is converted to 3-carbon compound called pyruvate within the cytoplasm of the cell. And the remaining steps, the remaining pathways occur in different organisms in a different manner. In all organisms including human beings, the aerobic respiration occur. Plants, animals and human beings. Aerobic respiration occur, which means glucose is converted to pyruvate, and from this pyruvate it is converted to carbon dioxide, water, and releases energy. And this step occur inside the mitochondria of the cell in the presence of oxygen. So that's why it is called as aerobic respiration. From the 3-carbon compound pyruvate, carbon dioxide, water is formed and releases energy. Okay, within the mitochondria, the energy production occurs. And there is another step occurs in yeast that is called as fermentation. and that is an anaerobic respiration. In the lack of oxygen, pyruvate is converted to ethanol and carbon dioxide and also releases energy in the case of yeast, and that process is called as fermentation. And in some cases only, in the lack of oxygen, sometimes our muscle cells lack oxygen. So in that case, pyruvate is converted to lactic acid and ethanol. So the sudden production of lactic acid in that condition in the muscle cells will occur muscle cramps. Okay, this is about the pathways during respiration, which occurs in different organisms in a different manner. Okay, and that's about respiration. And after that, within the mitochondria, the energy is released, isn't it? So that by using that energy, ADP molecule combines with the inorganic phosphate that will leads to the production of ATP molecule, adenosine triphosphate molecule, ATP. And ATP molecule is the energy rich molecule that helps in almost all life processes, including protein synthesis, coordination of neuron system, then for muscle contraction, almost all energy requiring processes, the energy is provided by ATP molecule. Okay, and similar to animals and all other organisms, plants also respire oxygen and gives off carbon dioxide. They breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. With the help of stomatal opening, the exchange of gases occur. We know that photosynthesis, it releases oxygen during daytime, and at the night time photosynthesis is not taking place. Why? Because there is no sunlight. In that case, respiration is the only process occur. So for that, they absorbs oxygen from the surrounding and releases the carbon dioxide as a byproduct of respiration. So that carbon dioxide during the daytime, it is being utilized for photosynthesis. So there occurs an exchange of gases. In the case of aquatic organisms, including fishes and aquatic plants, the oxygen is getting in the form of dissolved oxygen. The oxygen is dissolved in water and that is being absorbed by them. Okay, so these are the portions that we were covered today, and the rest we will take in our next class. Thank you.